In case you've been living under a rock for the past few days, JJK came out with an epilogue. There were 4 different stories in the epilogue: Obara, Yuji, Yuta, and now Sukuna. So this is the story of how Sukuna came about finding Urarame. And by the way, it was confirmed by Gege Akutami that the thing in Sukuna's ear right here isn't actually an earring. It's a part of his bone. It just sticks out. So now you know. It starts with Sukuna coming across a little girl and some rubble. Sukuna asks, "This is?" And Urarame says, "I have no idea. Every time this happens, people die, and my mom and dad died because of it." To out of everyone's amazement, Sukuna says, "Come with me, you'll be fine." Which this whole thing kind of took me back, because how can you hate your own blood, but you'll take in some random glorified refrigerator and be okay with it? Like, it doesn't make sense. Bro acts like he doesn't care, but definitely does. You can see by the way he's looking. But in the very next page, he asks Urarame a very out-of-pocket question out of nowhere, saying, "Can you butcher human?" To where she replies, "It depends on the person," but with Sukuna interrupting her, saying, "Well, it's a kind of delicacy." What are you talking about, big dog? Then cut to the very next page where Sukuna ends up killing some sort of animal and says, "Watch over this so that the meat doesn't rot." To where Urarame says, "Huh? Everything becomes cold, right? Do it." But Urarame says, "It's not like this. It's not like this." And then we get this little part down here with Sukuna trying Urarame's cooking, where Sukuna says, "You're hungry. Are you an idiot? You have meat in front of you. Just eat it as you please." Sukuna tries walking away, but comes back and says, "So that's okay." And if you look closely, you can see his stomach mouth is like very mad in this one, but in this one right here, it's actually happy after eating Urarame's cooking, which I think is a cool detail. At the very bottom, we hear Sukuna listening to Urarame say, "I cooked the red meat at a low temperature and dried it out by blowing wind at it." To where Sukuna says, "Who taught you this?" Urarame says, "No one really. I was bored, so..." And then in the very next page, in a heartfelt kind of way that kind of reminisces to everything that we saw in the main story, Sukuna says to Urarame, "That goes for you as well, Urarame. Why you didn't get cold being by my side." Which, honestly, low-key kind of heartfelt, strictly because at the very end, those two walked off together. Sukuna realized he lost, as did she, and she stayed by his side the entire time.